everyone. Welcome to this new episode of the India Insurtech podcast. Today we have with us Sandeep, who's the founder and CEO of Data Science Wizards. Welcome to the podcast, Sandeep.
Thank you, Prashant, and thank you, India Insurtech, for having me here today.
What we're here to talk about is the shifting from AI, which is getting built across by multiple companies across the world, to how operating AI within the insurance space is becoming more and more topical. What we'd like to start off with, Sandeep, is to get to understand your journey a bit better, and if you can take us through what Data Science Wizards does.
Perfect. Before getting there, what we do as a data science wizards, I would like to set up a little bit of context, Prashant, so that we can build our conversation on top of that. If you see, I think this conversation is happening at the right time because for past few years, the way we are seeing AI in insurance is largely about experimentation. We are doing a lot of experimentations. We are doing a lot of pilots, POCs, which are very much required and very much important. And we used to always see that how we are able to derive the inferences, analytics, and so on and so forth. But most of the time, these things were in a very fragmented mode. So what has changed recently, if you'll see, Prashant, in over a period of last 9 to 10 to 11 months is that AI has crossed that, very fine line. It's no longer just advising decisions. It is increasingly shaping and executing them. And once this is happening, AI has been stopped, looked upon just as a technology topic. And this is not only for insurance, this is across the industry. And this is because of, how you can operate AI. So it's not just about building AI, it's about operating AI, it's about governing AI, it's about bringing governance as a part of code, it's about bringing policies as a part of code, it's about ensuring that you will not bypass this governance and compliances whatsoever the use case may be or from wherever you can build the agents. So these things are changing drastically. And this is the same journey, Prashant, we saw 3.5 years back when we were doing a lot of hands-on work on designing the use cases for insurance. It may be early claim, it may be claim propensity, it may be sales forecasting, it may be mis-selling of policies, so many use cases. And you think of any business value chain, you will think about some or other use case and derived use case out of that. So that point of time, we saw that not only us, but the entire market evolved through tools to frameworks to platform. Every innovation at that point of time has solved a challenge. Like 3.5 years, 4 years back, every enterprises and individuals were using the tools to experience, to get the feel of AI and the capability what AI can bring. This journey progressed towards identifying multiple tools and softwares to put it together to achieve a particular goal. And that's where enterprises started thinking about we need to have a framework, a standard process where we can integrate these tools and various tools and softwares to get the desired outcome. We saw 3 years back that there is a time which is going to come where enterprises will need a platform. And when we say platform, platform means bringing these tools together, bringing the entire ecosystem together to ensure that right from data integration to inferences, and it goes through multiple realms of data engineering to data science to ML engineering, and very importantly, the solution architecting so that it gets into the core fabric of enterprise. And now, when we are building this platform as a DSW, we started working on building platform, which we named it as Unify AI. And the name we thought from that unified way of deploying AI across the enterprises. When we are building this platform, our clear goal was to move towards building operating system for AI. Like Linux solved the compute challenge, like governing
Yeah.
compute. Same way, we are building a layer operating system to govern AI as a system inside the enterprise organization. So our cause,
Got
Shant, is to break the luxury of AI. We want AI to be in a very operatable way available for enterprises. And second cause is to ensure that it becomes an infrastructure play. Because when you talk about operating it for 5, 10 years, it becomes a core infrastructure play, which means the entire AI ecosystem operating in a consistent manner for many years to come forward. And that's what we are doing through DSW Enterprise AI Operating System.
Got it. My takeaway, Sandeep, and tell me if my understanding is correct here. My takeaway is that you're moving from just having a use case based conversation to a more infrastructure led conversation, which is more strategic in nature for enterprises. Is my understanding correct? All right. Now, the fact that you're trying to build this enterprise AI operating system for insurers, now for an insurer leader listening to this, whether it's an insurance company or an insurtech company, what does this AI operating system really change compared to how are you changing things for the enterprise compared to how AI is being managed by them today?
Everybody of us have seen this journey. If I'm a data scientist, earlier I used to execute the model, build the model, execute the model on my local machine or laptop, fetch the data from IT department or the data department, then feed it, get the inference, send the inferences to the business teams. So today also, if you see, most of the insurers manage AI in a fragmented way. And this is one of the current challenge of AI not getting into the production. Earlier, the challenge was too many moving parts of the technologies, different kind of skills, high level of integrations, which is little bit a solved problem now. There are a lot of different tools, beautiful companies who have built a beautiful use cases. Nobody can be expert in all the use cases.
Correct.
Ultimately, it's a combination of technology and domain. It cannot be a technology play and only domain play. But different teams, now the challenge what we are seeing in the enterprise is AI has to get into the core fabric of enterprise architecture. Ultimately, it has to be seen through the lens of system. It should be operated as a system. It cannot be operated in an isolation with one use case, then building another use case. Tomorrow, when you grow to 500 use cases, you can't have 500 vendors providing you 500 use cases. So
Yeah.
different teams are building different models today, often on different tools with different interpretation of governance and risk that work at a small scale, at a pilot, at a POC to taste about the AI capabilities. But it becomes very difficult to manage as AI adoption grows. And AI is here to stay for next 15, 20 years because it's not a luxury, it's not a glamour, it's core requirement of industries. And that is where we feel that an enterprise AI operating system changes the unit of control. Instead of managing individual models or tools, insurance sector organizations are managing it at organizational level. AI is a life cycle, AI as a policies, AI as a risk, AI cost, AI accountability. And at DSW, we don't replace existing AI investment. We, in
Okay.
fact, sit alongside that, on top of that, building an ecosystem to provide an unified layer. So basically, what we are trying to bring is a layer which helps them to move from just building AI to operate AI in production. And that is why DSW enterprise AI operating system is going to change entire way AI is getting deployed by the enterprises. This is what we are seeing.
Understood. Okay. So which actually brings me to you mentioned right, that you're sitting alongside with these all the AI use cases that an enterprise would implement. A lot of
Mhm.
insurers, of course, worry about a vendor lock-in as AI becomes more central to their operations. In your view, how important is ownership and exit flexibility when AI becomes part of their core infrastructure? And because you mentioned that you're sitting as part of it, I'm assuming it will be a flexibility that your platform provides as well.
Absolutely. And this is a wonderful question, Prashant, I will say you, because this is one of the most underestimated issue in enterprise AI today. And time and again, this has always proven that flexibility, choice, and freedom to innovate for the enterprises always help them to adopt technology or solutions from a long-term perspective. Look at
Yeah.
what Linux did, right? It's not that, open source technologies are far superior than closed source. No, all technologies are best. I personally believe that there is no inferior and superior technology. It's a right fit what enterprises have to choose always. And that is where when they choose for open standards, when they choose for open way of working with each and every tools and technologies, when they get in flexibility of owning what they are building, it changes the game. The power has to go back. We at DSW believe power has to go back to the customer, not with the vendor or technology provider. So when AI becomes infrastructure, it encodes business logic. Your regulatory implementations are done, your operational policies are implemented. If enterprise don't own these things, these artifacts, they don't fully own their business. And that's where with DSW, what we are deliberately ensuring is that whatever they build on our operating system, whether it's an models, it's an agent, it's an workflow, it's an any customization for their use cases, any integration, any code, EDA codes to build the statistical models, all these artifacts along with the source code remains in the custody of our enterprise customers. So tomorrow,
Oh,
if DSW also want to go out, we can go out. They have everything with them. Only
got it.
thing, they will have to build the operating system. So we are truly believing in AI is such a intense play, such a responsible play, that there has to be fully no vendor lock-in strategy. There has to be fully power in the customer's hands. Second very important thing, what we are bringing and enterprises are slowly realizing now is that we are giving them choice of the infrastructure. We have built this on-prem. Our
Okay.
operating system is available across all the hyperscalers.
Hmm.
We are actually SaaS ready, but we are not releasing our SaaS offering because we still feel that AI for enterprise is not say SaaS ready till the time the vendor is ready to own the inference result. Today, nobody owns the inference result. So what we are providing them the complete infrastructure flexibility. They can choose their infra, they can choose their hardware. We help them in sizing that. We help them in designing all the use cases. Third, Prashant, very important thing we are bringing to the enterprises, and especially regulated industry like banking and insurance, is that they can build their own AI native ecosystem. What does that mean? So in our kernel level in operating system, we have a topmost layer called AI Fabric. So we integrate third-party applications, third-party tools. If you bring an agentic, if you bring an agent externally, want to integrate here and make it a part of the process, this AI Fabric will do it for you. So we are not saying that replace things. We are saying that build in a collaborative way AI ecosystem. You can choose the right fit technology, and this becomes your pure AI layer. So this is very important in insurance because these organizations are operating on decade-long horizons. Vendors will change,
That's
regulations
right.
change, strategies will evolve. AI infrastructure must be something what insurance can carry forward, not rebuild every time the ecosystem shifts. And that is what we are bringing. We are saying that don't worry about use case. You are the best person to build the use case. Technically, we'll build it for you. We are actually, Prashant, eliminating the cost of use case. We are saying
Hmm.
that why you should pay for use case at all. Don't pay for use case. Pay for that infrastructure which is going to help you to build thousands of use cases. That
Hmm.
is what
Hmm.
because today, Prashant, just out of the context of this question, but this is very important. I wanted to share is that one of the challenges that everybody is struggling to get the cost of use case approved internally.
Yeah.
The moment they think of use case, they have to internally prove what is the ROI of the use case. So they are struggling to get use case approval. They are not struggling to build use case. And
Yeah.
that is what
Yeah.
we are saying. We want to remove that. You build, you try, you demolish the use case, you again build it. You should not worry about the cost of building use case if you want to make AI as a large scale adoption. And
Yeah.
that is what our operating system layer is bringing power back to the enterprises. Don't worry about building your use cases, cost of building your use cases. We want that cost to get lower and lower. That cost curve should come down. That is something what
Got
we
it.
are. So I hope I was able
Got
to
it.
do that.
No, no, absolutely, Sandeep. This is absolutely fantastic. I think our members are going to really enjoy listening to all the benefits of the platform that you've built. From our side, we'd like to wish you the best of luck for your future endeavors. Thank you so much for your time for the podcast today.
Thank you very much, Prashant. Thanks for having me today. Thank you.